Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to the Scotty Show. Tonight, I got a very special guest, REROCK. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm feeling all right. How you feeling?
Doing good, man. For the people that don't know who REROCK is, man, who's REROCK, bro?
Man, rapper and producer out the DMV, Maryland. Do videos, produce, engineer. Man, anything you need done, I can get it done. Just
Hell
be doing.
yeah, hell yeah, bro. How did you get into making music and who are like some of the artists that like inspired you to even get started?
Man, I've been doing music since I was probably like 11 years old type shit, just bullshitting on Audacity and all that. And then I was probably like 14, got FL Studio, started making beats and shit on that. The rest was history. It was I was like making beats for people local and shit, but I don't know. I ain't really fuck with what they was doing on them, so I figured I could probably do it a little bit more justice, and shit just kind of went up from there.
Hell yeah, bro. No, dude, you do be spitting, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. It should be hard, bro. I'm not even gonna cap, dog. Like I fuck with like you and Joseph, like I fuck with like the shit that y'all made, and but like both of y'all, like I like y'all takes on like what drill like rap or like what drill music with like that East Coast like sound, like what it could sound like, with different styles and everything. Who are some of like the artists that like that you were like listening to when you were like coming up?
Shit, when I was like super young, man, it was like Earl Sweatshirt, Our Future shit,
Hell
and then
yeah.
I want to say like after that, like that was probably when I was like 13, 14, and then like
Yeah.
man, Capital Steez when I was younger and shit like that.
Yeah, rest in peace, Capital
Already,
C's.
and then shit, I think right now like I got like a short list of rappers that's probably like my most influential, and that's probably like Lucky, Draco the Ruler for sure.
Oh,
Already
Draco.
long
Yeah,
live
you already.
that man, big inspiration for me. Just by the way I carry myself, all type of shit.
Yeah, bro.
I would say like a bunch of rappers in the DMV. Like I can't even name one out the bunch, but like Gunu, Lil Dude, like all them dudes, like rest in peace,
Hmm.
Gunu, all them type of dudes. It was a big influence because man, that music just that's the soul out here for real. And then shit, Glock 40 Spaz for real. He one of my favorites too.
Yeah, yeah. How would you describe like the music scene right now in the DMV? Like, how do you feel about it?
Man, right now I don't know. It's like I can't even hold you like probably like the last year. I ain't really been paying too much attention to it, but
Yeah.
like I would say like 2016 when like shit really started popping off, bro. Like 2016 to like 2020, bro. We had a strong, like super strong scene. And I
Hmm.
don't know these last couple years, not to say it ain't strong no more, but I just ain't really been keeping up as much. But we got some hard ass rappers from out here. No Savage, Baby Fitty, Lil
Hmm.
Gray, Big Flock, like all the regulars and shit. And then of course
Yeah.
Goon and all them. So we got
Yeah.
man, I fuck with the scene heavy. I fuck with everybody out the scene.
Yeah. Do you think it like slowed down and got like kind of like faded because of COVID and stuff? Like, I feel like a lot of stuff was like rocking really hard, like music and all that stuff. And like, I kind of felt like the music stuff was like fading like a little bit though, but like it wasn't because, people were still out and about doing their thing. But I feel like once like COVID hit, it kind of like killed that shit. Like for a lot of different music scenes in a lot of different cities. Like, how do you feel
Yeah,
about
definitely.
that?
It's funny because like you're right because like certain music scenes like it slowed down a lot of people's like come up a little bit and shit like that, but then like other sides like certain people just because we were stuck inside like it boosted a lot of people's careers too. So
Hmm.
good and bad, but nah, definitely out here just because there was a lot of shows and shit like that that was popping off around here for a little while that kind of really ain't picked back up yet.
Yeah, yeah. How do you feel about like the whole internet underground like scene? Because I know we have like in like our cities, like I'm from Illinois, from the DMV, like we have our own like music scenes and stuff like that. But then you have the internet where everyone sees each other and like it's pretty much like a worldwide like internet underground scene. Like, how do you feel about that?
And I think that shit hard for real. Like
Yeah.
I don't know when I was like you can probably relate like back in like the early 2010s and shit it really wasn't as connected and like
Hmm.
as intertwined as it is now and like that shit
Hmm.
was just it was kind of harder to find shit that you were like you liked or like different type of shit you was kind of just stuck where with what you knew but like these
Yeah.
days bro, you never know what the fuck you're gonna stumble upon and man you just never know you end up finding your favorite rapper just off some post off another post type shit and
Hmm.
I like that shit a lot.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like really dope because then like you can have like these like because if that internet underground culture, didn't exist, do you think you would have like do you think you and Joseph would have like known each other or like you think that connection would have like happened or like the connections you have with like other artists over the internet? and like features and stuff and like people that hop on your beats. Like do you do you think that like the internet like caused like most of those like relationships, would you say?
Oh, for sure, for sure, for sure. Because it's
Mm-hmm.
like, man, I connected with a lot of people in person. Like when I was like saying, like I used to make beats for a lot of people locally. Like that was all just
Mm-hmm.
word of mouth type shit. People that knew
Mm-hmm.
people, and like, I mean, it was like it was jumping for a little while, but nothing compared to like what it is now. Because now you can like you saw, you can get a song in with somebody like a whole half a country away, a whole different country type shit, and that shit done
Yeah.
in 10, 15 minutes if you really, if you're really going crazy on it. And it's like that
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
possible before. Opens up a whole rack of new doors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Like, what are like who are you playing right now? When it comes to like like music wise. I know you said like Draco and stuff like that. Like, are you bumping? And actually, I want to touch on the Draco subject, bro. Like, how do you feel about like Draco's like what he like has done, for hip hop, like in general? Because I know people look at him as like an LA West Coast rapper, but like from being like someone from like the Midwest and like watching him, I thought he was like one of the best like rappers, like worldwide. Like I had him like in my like top 5, top 10 like type shit. How do you feel about Draco?
Nah, I'm 100% with you right there, bro. Like he in my like if he not number one, he damn near number one. I would put him just like
Yeah.
I would say all the time. He my favorite rapper, but in general, like if I throw on some Draco, I'm always get down and just like his story and shit, bro. Like you 100% on that. That man was one of like the most like influential, not even just like bar wise or like flow wise, but just like as a person, the way he carried himself and the way he did that
Yeah.
was like 100% like this shit and everything that like at least when I like what I be going for like represents. It's just like being you, not giving a fuck about nobody else, doing your own thing, and just showing that off to like the best degree. Like that man
Yeah.
was, he just encapsulated like that whole thing.
Yeah. And like it's crazy because like and like he's made some of the greatest songs, but yet he's made some of the greatest diss songs ever.
Yeah,
Like he's made some of the greatest diss songs, and I'm thinking like, and then when I think about like West Coast artists, I think about like Tupac, I think about Ice Cube and all these other people, and like it's crazy how much like politics like play over there, and like how do politics play heavy in the DMV of like who gets to like be popping in the DMV? Like, is it like that too? Like how LA is like for how they will like treat like an artist if they don't fuck with them?
I wouldn't even say nah, not really over here, because like our like a
Mm-hmm.
lot of that's like the gang culture and shit like that, and
Yeah,
over
yeah.
here like it's more like neighborhood shit like that, like cities you from, parts of the city and shit like that. But like,
Mm-hmm.
especially not no Bloods and Crips, that shit really ain't a thing over here. But like,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
neighborhoods and shit like that. But for the most part, like, I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. Like the love in the DMV be kind of sparse, but if motherfuckers fuck with you, it really don't matter. If they fuck with you, they fuck with you. So it really ain't got nothing to
Mm-hmm.
do with like there ain't too much politics to it. If you make some hard shit and you really work at that shit one way or another, you can pop off of it.
Facts, facts. Um, what are some of like the favorite features you have done so far? With doing music. Like, what would you say like your top like 5 favorite features that you've done so far?
Yeah, I would say like I do a lot with the dude he over here named Spell Jordan, and like he one of my favorite rappers, and he a dude that like set me up with a lot of my shows and shit like
Mm.
that. Like I got a couple songs with him, bro. I always love doing shit with him. That man is a like just a funny ass, hard ass rapper. I would say I got a Lil Zelly feature. That's one of my favorites too. Shouts out Lil Zelly.
Oh shit, you got a little Zelly feature? That's
Yeah,
fire.
I did a show with him out in Ohio back in 2019, and like never met the man or nothing, and like drove out with him out there. Like spent like 14 hours with the man driving out there and back, like
That's
smoking all that shit.
crazy.
Good people for real.
That's fucking crazy, bro. Like, damn, like you got some history in this shit, dog. I'm not even gonna cap, bro. Like, and that's why I like having these like conversations with these with different artists and stuff because you don't know who knows who. And then you got like these mainstream, like platforms that make these like who's like who of like the underground or or who's who of like the mainstream and stuff like that. Like I watched like the XXX documentary, and like they didn't even talk about like the people that brought up X, like the like
Yeah,
Raider Clan, like the whole like Florida like real like that real underground like shit. Like, they don't talk about Space Ghost Perp. They don't talk about Denzel Curry. They don't talk about none of those people that were actually like a part of like that underground, like come up of X. And like I think it's important to know like to like talk about like artists that are in the mix, but people don't want to but people don't know who they are. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. And like, man, they was all connected one way or another, especially like Florida, bro. Like that was a scene I was real into, like when everybody else was like 2016, 2017. And like, man, like you didn't even realize like who knew who did shows with who, like all type of shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, one of the things that like I said, like I hate going back to this. I don't know if you've seen the X documentary, but it just blows my fucking mind how they could just skip over like a whole history of like underground like artists. Like how do you feel about that shit? Like how mainstream and like these playlists and like how playlists and stuff like that can low key dictate who's like who of the underground. You know what I'm saying? Like how do
Yeah.
you feel about that?
All right, bro. I don't really like because I ain't even too. I'm just starting to get hip to like the Spotify and like the playlist, like was that like the playlist spots or whatever they be calling them. Like I'm just
Mm-hmm.
starting to get hip to that shit. But like I don't know, you right though. It like dictate a lot, and it's like algorithms or certain playlist people who make playlists and stuff like that. They dictate a lot of what like becomes popular and shit like that. And
And
it
they don't even
definitely
be involved
can,
with the culture.
yeah, and it can stifle a lot of shit that should be out there but ain't out there. And that was something that like the SoundCloud era really ain't have. It was like if you was making hard music and like that beginning of SoundCloud era, you was gonna one way or another somebody's gonna catch that shit and it was gonna pop off. But
That
now
was the
like
beauty of SoundCloud.
on God, bro.
Like, cause you all you had to do was just make good music and be a good artist, and people are gonna find you. And now you got people that aren't even involved with the culture, and they're like, "Yo, I got this playlist," like, and they'll have like 1 million followers or whatever. And it's not just Apple's playlist. It's not just like Rap Caviar's like playlist or whatever you want to call it. It's multiple different like people. It's multiple different influencers and stuff that people can pay to get on their playlists and stuff like that. Because anyone can make a playlist on Spotify, and that's why I be telling a lot of artists, yo, make sure you drop it on all platforms, bro.
Uh,
Because you never know. Maybe one of them influencers may come across your shit and they be like, shit, I'm gonna throw this on the playlist. Like, and you may not even have to pay for $1,000 fucking playlist spot.
now
Like,
for real, wake up to a milli plays, not even knowing what happened for real.
yeah, yeah. I feel like that's how like do you think the SoundCloud era is dead?
I don't think it's dead because man, like even though I used to be like the hyper pop shit, bro, that shit's still thriving. Like I don't even say just hyper pop, but like a lot of alternative music and a lot of alternative
Mhm.
shit that's even more alternative than what's popping on Spotify is like still thriving on SoundCloud big
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
It's dead. I would say it's just like it's kind of turned into something else or like evolved into something else that's a little bit different. But
Yeah,
I still,
yeah.
bro, I still got love. Like if I'm listening to music, bro, like I don't even got a Spotify account to listen to music on, just to drop music on, because I'm just like I don't know. I just be loyal to that SoundCloud, not even consciously, but I just love that shit.
Yeah, yeah. No, like do you think you ever had MySpace? You ever had MySpace?
When I was mad young,
Dude, so, like I feel like I don't want like I don't want it to happen, but I feel like SoundCloud is gonna evolve into what MySpace like became.
nah, I could see it though. I won't say it's like I don't. It's a little bit on the decline, especially from where it was at, and I won't say it's
And I
dead yet.
love SoundCloud so much.
Yeah, I could definitely see it getting to that though, just because. And man, them fucking ads, bro. I be trying
The
to play that shit.
ads, yes, bro. One thing I hate the ads, and then I hate when people do like I feel like this is what ruined SoundCloud, bro. People charging people for reposts.
Yeah, nah, for real.
$10 repost, $5. When the big artists when big artists started when big like underground artists was like, yo, I'm doing $5, $10 repost or whatever. That is what ruined the algorithm in SoundCloud, and that's how SoundCloud low key got destroyed.
Nah,
Like
for real, man. Especially like when it was like not even all respect to them, but like when like certain rappers like
you can be
that was
garbage as
big
hell and pay $50 and get on put on
and
and
then
get put on a fucking
just anybody. So now motherfuckers ain't
yeah.
attention to the repost because it ain't even like the artists that you fuck with actually fuck with it. They just trying to get the bread.
So it's like underground rappers sold out the underground culture. Like that is what happened, literally. Not to
Nah,
make like I'm not gonna say Xavier Wolf or like Bones or any of the other people. They didn't. I never seen them. Say, hey, I'm doing a $10 repost. But like the lower tier ones after like them, that's the ones that was selling that shit out because like they didn't make it over that hump. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
all they had to do was work a little bit harder, but they chose to get a quick dollar or a quick buck off their fans because I feel like people don't want to work like work up to where they want to get to. How do you feel about dropping consistently and putting out music and music videos and stuff like that? How much like effort do you put into like dropping consistently and like, just being consistent all around for music?
I would say like I need to get better at it, but like I don't be dropping as consistent as I want to be. But I understand like the
You gotta
necessity
get on
for
that Draco shit, bro. You gotta start
it.
stepping on these
Yeah, nah,
niggas'
for
necks,
real,
low
bro.
key.
I'm trying to. I be working every day, so it
Yeah,
ain't like
yeah,
I'm working. It's just like I don't know. I do so much that it's like I try to keep it like the top 10% of what I like is what actually gets
yeah,
dropped. Like,
yeah,
more consistent with it. Like these last couple of months, I really been working to actually drop
yeah,
consistent, keep it like every 2 weeks, and definitely the music videos. Just
hell
because like
yeah,
I don't know, bro. I got my own camera and shit, so I'll get my mans to shoot it for me. I edit it, and like I do that because I'm so picky with how shit come out. But at the same time, it slow down my output. But
yeah.
soon here we're gonna get it all together, so it don't even matter.
Yeah, bro. Like one thing that like I always like tell the people, bro, like it's just a quote that I heard, after you work like your regular job and then like you get off, you do your hobbies like you're trying to save your life.
For real.
Cause like like people, in real life, people want to get paid for their hobbies and like what they do, like what they like doing, not what they don't like. People in reality, people don't want to, work like some square ass like regular job. People that are like creatives, people that like, making things, creating things, and putting out content and stuff like that. They don't, like, working a regular job. And then you have artists like you got like Ralphie the Plug, Draco's brother. You got people like NBA YoungBoy. They already 100,000, a million up, and they drop every fucking week. Like, and I be telling people, I'm like, bro, imagine how hard you have to work now when you see these motherfuckers that already got the money and they're working still like they haven't made it yet. And I just like, yo, bro, you gotta just turn it up to 1,000. But like definitely like keep the quality where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Mm-hmm.
never want to lose the quality, but always remind yourself, like, yo, I'm doing this because I love it. Obviously, you want to make money off of it, but just remind yourself that I love this, so I'm gonna do this. Every day. I'm gonna do this every day because I love to do it, not because I want to, get a quick buck or whatever. Because I like you seem like a person that got into music because you love it. You're a producer, you know how to shoot your own music videos and stuff like that. I can see that you love the art, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. I would still be doing this shit even if nobody was listening, bro. And there's plenty of
Yeah,
times
yeah.
listening. And like I just do this shit for me, but at the end of the day, I understand where it can go beyond that. So I be trying to
Mhm.
tap into that too.
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever thought about like, working with different videographers in the DMV or like just making different connections with like, different audio engineers, going to different studios and stuff and just like mingling and like, just seeing like what like, what the people are like out there? I don't know if you have done that, but I'm just asking the question.
Yeah. There's been like, man, I got one. He's my man. He's shout out East Go Crazy. He like
Yeah.
East Crazy. He's a producer out here. He do audio engineering at a lot of the bigger studios and shit out here. And
Mm.
like whenever we get a chance to, we like to pop out to his studios, record over there, let him engineer our shit. And then like there's a couple of videographers down here I've worked with and shit like that. And I mean, they all good raw visuals, like people down here, like
Mm.
good people. And I don't regret working with them, nothing like that. But
Hell
at the end of
yeah.
the day, like at the same time, the DMV, even though it seems small, it's probably like same thing for you. Motherfuckers be like hour away, 2 hours away type shit. And motherfuckers be so busy, it'd be hard to pop out and actually get that shit in person. But man,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
before, man, and I got no regrets with it. I would love to do it some more, but it just be a little hard sometimes.
Yeah, 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 definitely. Like, and people don't realize, like, I respect artists that not only work a job, like I work a fucking job, and like people that continue, because like people want to pretend that like as artists, that I respect the artist that goes the extra mile. I feel like working a regular job and doing the art is going the extra mile. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not only putting in work for some other job, you're going back home after being tired and working on the thing that you love. And I feel
Hell yeah.
like that's what what's going to push you even more forward compared to the person that's getting shit handed to them. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, not
you're
cool.
gonna be grateful for when this shit, like for when shit does work out for you. Like, do you think that like how do you feel about that?
Nah, definitely. And then like it's like you're right. If you already got that work ethic because you don't really got no other choice, like once you get up to that certain point, you're gonna be just like Ralphie the Plug or NBA Youngboy. You're gonna have that work ethic that's gonna push you even further to the top and even bring in more of what you're trying to get out of it.
Yeah,
Because you already
yeah,
like you ain't like you said, like your life depend on it. So once you get that shit to a certain point of where you want it at, you already got the work ethic to take that shit to the whole next level.
hell yeah, bro. Um, What is you know? I'm gonna ask you some crazy questions. What's some of the craziest shit you ever seen in the DMV, bro? What's like the craziest thing? It ain't gotta be like too crazy, but something that you was just like, damn, bro, that was fucking crazy. Like some shit that you was just like, yo, dog. Like I'm gonna remember this for a minute.
Man, like probably like man, the water be that bad down here. So like seeing waterheads and shit like that, bro. Like I got family that's waterheads that like are former waterheads, and like I don't know if you know about that shit, bro, but that shit don't go away. So like you see people that don't even be on the shit no more, but still be tweaking out shit like that.
What's a
Man,
waterhead?
hell yeah. And
What's
drugs,
a
like
waterhead?
you said what?
What's a waterhead, bro?
Smoking that PCP.
Oh, what the fuck?
Bro,
PCP?
that's the culture down here, bro. That PCP, that's the culture down here.
What?
Swear to God.
That's crazy. So
I got
like
family that's into that shit, bro. And it's
that
like
is
you
random
like
as
that
fuck.
tweet. Hell yeah.
That's random as fuck, bro. PCP
Waterheads,
out of all the drugs?
bro. It's like it's part of the culture over here for real. Like I ain't even lying to you.
Oh. So like
But
do people just be like just walking around like the street just tripping out and just like in the mid like on some wild shit, just wilding out in the streets?
not so much these days, but definitely back in the day. And then like man, almost everybody. No, I won't say everybody, but like a lot of my family and shit, bro. Like crack and water, bro. Like that shit deep in the DNA type shit. So
Yeah.
that's definitely something crazy that like when I go to other places, it's not as prevalent. Like it's a lot of people doing perks and shit like that. That's
That's what
normal
I'm
here.
saying. Like people do like Xanax and shit and just smoke weed, you know, and coke and stuff like that out, like you know, Illinois. Like PCP is crazy, bro. Like I feel
Hell
like
yeah,
that would
that
be like
shit.
the last. I feel like that's like our like over here. It'll probably be like the last choice in some areas. But
Yeah,
actually, I
bro.
wouldn't be surprised if some people do PCP out here, bro.
Nah, I
Honestly,
guarantee it, bro.
yeah,
And like man, just like my family being over my people's house, like my man's house and shit like that. Like you just be in there smoking a blunt, and all of a sudden you smell it, and you just like, oh, somebody in this bitch fucking smoking that dipper, and that shit
yeah.
hell out here. Same with like, I won't even like it used to be normal. It ain't as normal right now. Like the last 5 years, it kind of chilled out because I think a lot of them people like I don't even really be around like older people like that. Like because I'm talking like 50, 60 years old, 40 years old that really fuck with that shit. But I don't really be around people like that no more. But I be to
Yeah.
myself. But back in the day, bro, that shit was mad prevalent. Crackheads, heroin, all that type of shit. Before the Fetty really came around, bro, mad heroin addicts, all that type of shit.
Oh, that's crazy. Damn.
And then like,
Um,
and it like certain areas out this bitch, bro. Like it really do get like how Gunu passed away. Like I used to live, like I was born where Gunu, it's damn near the same neighborhood that Gunu lived in, and like I used to live around there. That bitch used to be lit as fuck, bro. Like shit, fucking houses getting shot up. Our little neighborhood playground got shot up, all type of shit. I wasn't really old enough to really understand and like recognize what the fuck was going on, but that shit was definitely prevalent when I was growing up as a kid.
yeah. Is there like the white to black ratio? Is there more black people than white people in the DMV, would you say?
It kind of depend where you at, definitely. Cause like
Yeah.
I used to live out the country a little bit farther south of where I'm at now.
Hmm.
Mad white people. But
Like
like
South Virginia?
nah, like Southern Maryland, like mad
Southern
white people.
Maryland? Okay,
And then
okay.
like PG County, bro, like I think it's like a 6 to 10, like where like white people is a minority out that bitch. So like where I
Mm,
used to live at, like white people is a minority. And then up here it's pretty fitty for the most part. I'm in a
mm.
like a city called Annapolis. And up here it's pretty fitty for the most part.
Okay, okay. Hell yeah,
Maryland pretty
bro.
diverse for real. Like my dad, he Filipino, he ain't even white. So like out here it's kind of like a mix of everybody.
Oh shit, so you Filipino and white? That's crazy.
Yep. Dad
Damn,
Filipino.
bro. You probably got them boxing genes, dog. You probably can box, bro, low key. Bro, all the Filipinos know how to box.
No, we stay with them hands.
Yeah, bro. What's what is like one thing that you like to watch or listen to or like vibe out to when you're about to like start creating like music? I like to watch anime, some shit on or some shit or like a silent movie or something like that, or I'll have like some different kind of like sounds playing. Like what do you like to, you know, watch or like play when you're like about to start creating?
Man, like if it's sometimes it just be happening so random that I don't even really like I don't even be realizing I'm in complete silence just working on the shit. But if it's up to
Mm,
me, I'll put on like same type of shit. I'll put on a movie, put that bitch on mute, throw the captions on, and just get to work and like man,
mm,
some drama movies, some fucking murder movies, shit like that. Like I
mm.
don't know. I be getting down a little dark, but that shit just be interesting to me. So I'll throw something on, throw the closed caption on, get to work. I can't even tell you like Taxi Driver, like that old ass movie, like old
Hell
ass
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, bro. So I'll just
Yeah.
throw some shit like that on, and I don't know, that shit just get me in that right place. And then of course, like I'll listen to whoever I'm listening to at the time. I always like vibing out to them before I really, so I can get in my vibe type shit.
Hell yeah. What can people expect from you, like in the future with like music videos, tapes, albums, features? Like what do you have like, coming up next, for people that, watch out for it?
Shit, I got mad music coming right now. Like I definitely got some music videos coming. I'm getting back up on my shit with that. I'll be working with a producer, but when I was like younger, I used to do lo-fi beats, like 2016 and shit. And I
Hell
was like,
yeah.
I ain't even trying to like hold you. I was like semi clouded off that shit, way more than I am now. I was like signed to a label off that shit and everything. But
Bro,
mhm,
lo-fi beats is where it's at. That's how you get a bag off YouTube. Like,
bro, I
bro,
made
go if you
bread.
just look at lo-fi, if you just type in lo-fi, millions of plays, bro. And I be
I'm
seeing people that
saying,
got,
I made
bro,
more bread doing lo-fi beats and like
bro,
producing
keep
like
on doing lo-fi beats, my nigga.
than
Don't stop
anything.
doing that shit.
Yeah, I like back in the day, bro, that was my shit. And there was like a producer I was on the label with named I don't remember. And like recently we kind of got back in touch and we've been doing tapes together. So me and him working on a tape right now. I'm trying to think. I got a couple of tapes with like I be trying to do if I'm not producing the tape, I'll be trying to just get one producer on it with me. And then like I'll usually call it like first letter they name Rock. So I got like G Rock, the one with I don't remember, that's Tay Rock,
Mm,
shit like that. So I be trying to like tap in on that side of it, getting new producers on my shit because I just like getting over some fresh shit. So I
mm,
probably got like 2 or 3 tapes on it where somebody else producing me rapping. I got mad shit coming with me producing just because I just once I hit the crib, bro, I'm just making something, whether it's a
mm.
beat or I'm rapping on something. And then definitely mad music videos coming too. Yeah, we put in work on everything.
Hell yeah. Bro, no, since you said that lo-fi shit, dog, you definitely got to run up on the lo-fi, bro. I seen this one producer sign this deal with a bunch of different like colleges and shit. And like he's on like a lo-fi like Spotify playlist making bands. And he like writes out like these like different things for these colleges and stuff like that for these students to like study to and
Hell
shit,
yeah.
making hella bread, bro. Yeah, definitely don't stop. Yeah, if you already like have some shit buzz off the lo-fi shit, run with that shit, dog. Like keep on doing that shit, bro. Yeah, if you already you got the sauce right now, bro. Like you already ahead. If you doing the lo-fi shit, you already ahead of the game, low key.
Bro, that shit like it surprised me when I was younger because like that shit really wasn't popping off when I first started doing it. And then I think I was like real early on that first wave of like 2014, 2015 to really be doing that shit. And that shit just like, man, that's I still like look back and I still get more plays off like them old beats and shit like that than I do on my shit now.
People
And
like
that's just
studying to them.
yeah, on
People like
God, bro.
chilling. People like vibing out to them and shit like that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the people that spend money. People that are in college, people that have those corporate jobs and shit like that, where they're making like 70 to 100K a year. They're the ones that's listening to that shit, and they're gonna spend the money to buy merch, especially if you're doing lo-fi. People love spending. That's like one of the things I noticed. Like, cause I do like hella like research on YouTube with these lo-fi channels and shit, and other like YouTube channels. Bro, they're making merch. They selling teacups and all the hoodies, like all types of shit.
Bro,
Pins.
like we talking 2015 and motherfuckers was making bands off VHSs and cassettes in 2015, all
Bro, oh
because
God.
lo-fi, bro. That shit was crazy for real.
Yeah, bro. Oh God, bro. Um, is there anything that you would like to plug? Twitter, YouTube, socials, anything?
Shit. Follow me. We got Instagram. That's at rerock_raps. Twitter, I believe, is the same one. And then SoundCloud is just rerock with a period. Same with Spotify, all that shit. And shit, that's really about it. I got some shouts out for some people like Spell Jordan. Got my
Hell
man's
yeah.
definitely shout out Skin. He a rapper I be doing a lot of shit with. He's like my man's in person.
Hell
And then
yeah.
shit, I'm trying to think. I don't want to leave. I already shouted out East Coast Crazy. He my good man's too on the music shit. And man, I don't want to leave nobody out. So shouts out everybody else too that done help me get to where I'm at, man. Because ain't nothing possible without them other people. I couldn't have done this shit alone.
Hell yeah, bro. Yo, this is the Scotty show, man. I'm glad I did this
Mm.
podcast with Rerock, man. This dude has a fucking dope ass vibe, man. Like, bro, like you definitely have like the personality for this shit, like for this music shit, and for other things to come for you, bro. And I just can't wait to see what you do in the future, dog. Like for real, man. Like I'm definitely excited for you, man. Like, and like I love like the accent and like the way that you be rapping and shit, dog, and like the beats and everything, bro. You got it, dog. Like just keep on going, man. Just keep on pushing that shit, dog, for real.
I appreciate that shit like 100%, dog, for real. And I appreciate you having me on and giving me your time, bro.
Hey, no problem, man. Yo, this is the Scotty Show. Re-rock, man. It was good having you, dog. Peace out.
All right, be easy, bro.
You too, dog.